Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. Jasmine Pineda's journey on 90 Day Fiancé has always been filled with passion, chaos, and unforgettable drama. But now, the Panamanian star's story has taken a terrifying and heartbreaking turn that no one could have predicted. Reports have surfaced that Jasmine has suffered a sudden and severe health scare, a heart attack that has left both fans and her loved ones shaken to the core. The fiery reality TV personality, who has given viewers some of the most intense and emotional moments in 90 Day Fiancé history, was rushed to the hospital after complaining of chest pain and shortness of breath. Eyewitnesses close to the situation say that Jasmine was overwhelmed with stress in the days leading up to this frightening event. Known for wearing her heart on her sleeve, Jasmine's emotional battles, relationship struggles, and public pressures may have all contributed to the shocking medical emergency. Fans have long worried that her constant fights, heartbreaks, and roller coaster relationship with Gino Palazzolo were taking a toll on her well-being, but no one expected it to come to this. Doctors confirmed that Jasmine experienced a cardiac episode and required immediate treatment. Sources inside the hospital say she was admitted into intensive care for observation and stabilization. For hours, her future seemed uncertain, and speculation spread quickly across social media, with fans sending prayers, messages of support, and emotional tributes. The news hit especially hard because Jasmine has always portrayed herself as strong, fiery, and unbreakable. From her jealous outbursts to her vulnerable confessions on screen, she has been one of the most captivating figures in the franchise. Seeing her laid up in a hospital bed has reminded viewers that even the boldest personalities can face fragile, life-altering moments. What makes this moment even more heartbreaking is the uncertainty surrounding her relationship with Gino. The two have been on a turbulent path for years, with constant fights, reconciliations, and moments of raw honesty that left fans divided. Some have rooted for their love story to survive, while others have warned that the constant toxicity could destroy them both. Now, with Jasmine facing one of the scariest health battles of her life, the question remains, where is Gino in all of this? Reports suggest that Gino was informed immediately of Jasmine's condition, but whether he was by her side in the hospital has not been fully confirmed. Fans are now demanding answers. Has Gino stepped up to be the supportive partner Jasmine desperately needs? Or has the chaos of their relationship pushed them further apart in this critical time? Meanwhile, Jasmine herself has allegedly spoken briefly from her hospital bed, expressing gratitude for the outpouring of support but also admitting her fear. According to insiders, she confessed that the experience has forced her to rethink her lifestyle, her choices, and even the people she allows into her life. This terrifying brush with mortality may mark a turning point in Jasmine's personal journey, both as a woman and as a public figure. The reaction online has been overwhelming. Fans have flooded Jasmine's social media pages with heartfelt comments, pleading for her to prioritize her health over reality TV drama. Many are urging TLC to give her space and privacy to recover, while others argue that Jasmine's health crisis is a wake-up call not only for her but for the franchise itself. Has the pressure of being in the spotlight, constantly criticized, judged, and dissected, pushed her body to its breaking point? At the same time, some fans are already speculating about what this means for her future on 90 Day Fiancé. Will Jasmine return to the show after such a traumatic scare, or will she step away to rebuild her life away from the cameras? What's clear right now is that Jasmine's fiery spirit, the same energy that made her a fan favorite, will be needed more than ever as she faces the long road to recovery. Heart attacks are not only physically devastating but emotionally draining, and rebuilding strength takes time, patience, and immense support. For Jasmine, this ordeal may be the beginning of a new chapter, one where love, health, and self-care outweigh the drama that has defined so much of her story. Whether her relationship with Gino survives this storm remains to be seen, but her battle to recover is already capturing the attention and compassion of fans worldwide. As the world waits for updates from Jasmine and her loved ones, one thing is certain: this reality star's life has just changed forever. 90 Day. The Last Resort star Jasmine Pineda can't stop crying as she reveals she was hospitalized after filming The Tell-All, where she was attacked by Rob Warren for her relationship choices. Jasmine is currently in her third trimester, expecting a baby with boyfriend Matt Braunes. Jasmine and Gino Palazzolo parted ways after the recommitment ceremony, but more details of the split haven't been revealed. However, Rob claimed that Jasmine hatched the open marriage plan so she could openly cheat on Gino. Rob used derogatory words against Jasmine, after which she rushed to throw a shoe at him. Jasmine revealed private information about Rob's past as an adult content creator. Still, not a lot of fans are on Rob's side since he hurled abuse at a pregnant lady. Jasmine is thankful to them for supporting her. Jasmine shared an Instagram story, telling fans she was overwhelmed by their support for her. However, Jasmine revealed she was still in trauma from filming and hadn't been able to watch the reunion. "I ended up in hospital after this tell-all," she added, while revealing how it took a toll on her. Jasmine said there were still a lot of people who were blaming her, but that there was so much to the story that they didn't know. Jasmine decided not to explain herself since eventually everything would make it to the public eye and people would understand her. Jasmine Pineda in 90 Day Fiancé crying on Instagram stories. What happened to Jasmine's baby? Jasmine Pineda 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days posing on bed with purple top and neon pink skirt. Jasmine is used to the hate that comes her way since she's been a part of the franchise for almost 5 years now. She has been body shamed, even by her own husband, who poked fun at her implants. However, Jasmine couldn't handle Rob making comments about her baby. Jasmine's pregnancy was low-hanging fruit that Rob went for even when he could have stayed quiet like the rest of the cast and let Jasmine reveal why she separated from Gino and chose to have a baby with Matt. Perhaps Rob was unaware of how challenging her pregnancy has been. Jasmine has been frequenting hospitals a lot in the past 3 months. She fainted at a Walmart when she got panicked, thinking her baby was arriving early. Jasmine lives with a heart condition and fears that she could pass it on to her baby. Her entire family also has babies born with special needs. Amid all these worries that Jasmine has about her unborn child, the last thing she could have expected was for a cast member to question her choices and accuse her of cheating based on information they knew from her bitter and estranged husband. Jasmine is living with tell-all trauma. Jasmine Pineda in 90 Day Fiancé close-up of face smiling in the rain. Jasmine doesn't want to relive what went on at the 90 Day, the last resort tell-all. She filmed it in January 2025 and has already been in the hospital due to stress from filming it. However, the moments remain fresh in her mind. She has been calling Rob out for it. The reality TV celebrity might be thankful to the fans who support her, but Jasmine is also receiving plenty of criticism from fans. It's perhaps best that she also take a break from social media until the baby arrives, healthy and age. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo's current relationship status was revealed a year after they filmed 90 Day, the last resort, after Jasmine became pregnant with Matt Bronies' baby. Jasmine and Gino joined before the 90 Days Season 5 together and met during Gino's Panama trip. Jasmine was shown to be an insecure and jealous person who seemed to be with Gino for money. She exposed Gino for paying money to women to go on dates with him. It was later revealed that Jasmine and Gino met on a website for sugar babies. Jasmine and Gino argued over several things stemming from Jasmine's jealousy. At one point, Jasmine even told Gino she was still sleeping with her ex-boyfriend, Dane, and had video footage to prove it. It made Gino lose his attraction to her, even though it didn't stop Gino from bringing Jasmine to the US to marry her. He probably expected things to get better between them once Jasmine came to America, but little did he know that it was the beginning of the end. It is not known when Jasmine came to the US for the first time. Jasmine had a deadline of 3 months to get married to Gino because of her K-1 visa. Jasmine kept warning Gino that she would return to Panama after every argument. However, going back home was never Jasmine's intention. Despite the fights that took place in her 90-day period with Gino, Jasmine married him in a fairy tale ceremony, as revealed in 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. People did an exclusive interview about Gino and Jasmine's wedding and confirmed that it took place in June 2023. The wedding was intimate and attended by only 12 people who gathered at Zingerman's Cornman Farms in Dexter. Jasmine and Gino exchanged handwritten vows and had a 1800s white farmhouse in the background. Jasmine wanted a destination wedding, but they eventually agreed on a small ceremony. Gino called it his dream wedding come true and a day he would never forget. Meanwhile, the bride gushed that it was one of the happiest days of her life. After all, she had married the love of her life. During an episode of 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2, Jasmine revealed she met Matt at her gym. However, she never revealed when she had met Matt. In May 2024, blogger 90 Day Fiancé Update reported that Jasmine and Matt met in November 2023, just a few months after her wedding. The blogger claimed that Jasmine cheated on Gino with Matt and that Gino found out about it in December 2023. Gino had seemingly kicked Jasmine out and, since then, she had been living with Matt at his house, something that wasn't disclosed to viewers. Instead, Jasmine introduced Matt as her friend on The Last Resort. She insisted that she had no feelings for him. She only wanted to sleep with Matt, who had offered her the intimacy she had been craving for 9 months from Gino. Jasmine started floating the idea of an open marriage on The Last Resort. Gino was not okay with it initially. Considering what had happened behind the scenes, Jasmine and Gino had already split but may have agreed to pretend to be together for the sake of their TV appearance, and Jasmine pretended that Matt was just a friend and nothing more. One of the things that Jasmine and I already talked about, like one of the guidelines and such was, safe sex during the open relationship. Are you willing to agree to that on your end? In the finale of 90 Day, The Last Resort, Gino and Jasmine recommitted to each other. Gino agreed to have an ethical, non-monogamous relationship with Jasmine, where she was allowed to sleep with Matt outside the marriage. Gino admitted he feared that Jasmine would develop feelings for Matt. He awkwardly asked Matt to use a condom during his first ever FaceTime call with him. At the time, the two claimed they had not yet been intimate. The show was filmed in March-April 2024 and ended with Gino and Jasmine kissing and recommitting to each other. It's official. 90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda confirmed she is pregnant and expecting baby number 3 with her boyfriend, Matt Branisterianu. Baby on the way. 90 Day Fiancé's Jasmine confirmed she's expecting with Matt, who she recently introduced on Last Resort. The official TLC Instagram page announced on Tuesday, February 18th. Almost certain it's the Matt guy, an insider confirmed to In Touch on January 6th, alluding to Matthew, who the Panama native met at a Michigan gym. TLC fans met Matt for the first time on episode 12 of 90 Day, The Last Resort, which aired on February 17th. Jasmine introduced her new love interest to her co-stars Stacy Silva and Julia Trubkina while revealing that she was seriously contemplating an open marriage due to her sexless relationship with Gino, 54. I talked to him, and we started working out. And that's like how we started, it's like a genuine friendship, she explained. I talked to him about my situation with Gino, I do respect him because any other man would have used my vulnerability. Like, this girl hasn't had DK in 9 months. But he has been very respectful of that. Jasmine said she told Matt about her idea of an open marriage, which he easily agreed with since he liked her as a person. Later on in the episode, Stacy, 50, and Julia, 31, met Matt by FaceTime and asked if he viewed his relationship with Jasmine as strictly platonic. We're good friends. If something was ever to happen, that would be cool with me, he answered. But, when people get married, there's going to be ups and downs. So I want to see her happy, Jasmine has teased her breakup from Gino in the last few weeks by sharing several cryptic posts. She seemingly confirmed her split from the former automotive engineer on February 4th by sharing a post from 90 Day Fiancé blogger Alexa Pomegranate, which included screenshots of alleged DMs exchanged between the Michigan native and a woman named Anna Rose. 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Star Jasmine Pineda is revealing a major relationship update in her life with boyfriend Matt Branis amid her franchise comeback. Jasmine and Gino Palazzolo were first seen together in Before the 90 Days Season 5, in which they met in person for the first time. Since Jasmine had met Gino on a website for sugar babies, it always looked like she wanted him for money and did not love him. Jasmine screamed and shouted at Gino when things didn't go her way. Eventually, Gino, who brought her to the US, lost interest in Jasmine. Although the news is yet to be confirmed, Jasmine and Gino split in December 2023 after he found out she was being unfaithful. Jasmine apparently began to live with her boyfriend in Detroit. However, Jasmine claims that she is still with Gino as she prepares for the premiere of 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2. In her latest IG story, Jasmine shared a picture of a food spread showing a variety of sweet and savory dishes and captioned it, Panamanian breakfast for him. The house in all of Jasmine's social media updates is not Gino's, but supposedly Matt's. Jasmine and Matt seem to have met each other at the gym. Jasmine was disappointed with Gino for not showering her with attention and money. This was not the life she expected to live when she was back in Panama. Gino used to dance to her tunes. He paid for her expensive beauty treatments and got her a sea-facing flat in a skyscraper. However, Gino was in control when Jasmine moved to the US. It's likely that Jasmine saw the younger Matt as a better partner. She didn't think of the consequences of leaving Gino within a few months of their marriage. Jasmine insisted she wasn't a submissive person. She wanted to be the one in charge and order Gino around like she did in Panama when she came to the US. This meant that Gino would spend lavishly on her whims and fancies like he did in her home. However, Gino was a changed man in 2023 towards Jasmine. Something had changed within Gino. He wanted to have full financial control over Jasmine. To make matters worse for her, Gino even quit his job. He said it was so he could make her life in the US comfortable. Jasmine was very worried about Gino being jobless. She wanted to marry a provider, not a man who spent the entire day playing fantasy football on his computer. Gino wanted Jasmine to get on her feet before he resumed work. However, he was well aware that even if Jasmine started earning her own money, she was never going to part with it and continue using Gino's. She didn't like that she was completely dependent on Gino for everything. She said she couldn't even go anywhere because Gino used to drive her around. It's possible that Gino didn't trust Jasmine with money or a car. He could have also been suspicious of the affair she was having at her gym and wished to nip it in the bud. However, the feeling of being controlled and loneliness may have led Jasmine to have the controversial relationship with Matt. Jasmine was craving love and physical touch, which she got from someone else when Gino decided to divert his own attention to adult content, which made him happier than his interactions with Jasmine. Jasmine began sneakily posting about Matt and his house on her social media. She may have thought that fans wouldn't notice, and even if they did, it would create curiosity about her storyline. Despite having soft-launched Matt on her social media, Jasmine insisted that she didn't have a boyfriend and that she was still married. Even now, Jasmine is trying to make it look like the food she has prepared is for Gino. Jasmine could be celebrating her 1 year of being together with Matt instead. Her co-star in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 1 cast member Kalani Fagata may have inspired Jasmine. Kalani and her boyfriend Dallas Nuez had been together for a year before his identity was revealed as the hall pass guy on the show. Jasmine knows that she is a popular reality TV star, and a split with Gino doesn't mean the end of her career. Jasmine is right, since she has reportedly filmed A Single Life after 90 Day, The Last Resort, and so has Gino, who also has a new girlfriend, now back home. We're wrapping up here for today, but the excitement of trending gossip doesn't stop here. We'll be back with new surprises very soon. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe.